Don't do that nastiness. I'm sorry. I know he's a dog, but don't go to eating on the plants and stuff. That's not good.
Oh, that's driven. Okay.
What up, Driven?
She just text.
I'm sorry. I know he's a dog, but
Let
don't
me
go
mute
eating
my.
on the plants.
Oh
You
yeah,
say
new
she
church.
texted.
It's off. I just cut it off. Oh, she just commented on what is driven commenting on? I don't even know.
I don't know.
I be talking about these folks like I know them. I don't know these people. No, I really don't. You the
Listen,
only person I
listen,
really know.
Linda. Listen,
Oh,
Linda.
hey y'all. How y'all doing? Who on
Hey,
there? Oh, that's driven.
hey,
Hey, driven.
what up, sis? She good Pete. That one good Pete. Wait, I'm
Driven. I be talking about. I was telling Kiana. I be talking about folks like I know them. Like that's just
King.
that's
I'm
what
gonna
we
send
do.
your tail inside. I'm sorry, y'all.
Okay, we
I
got.
feel like I
Listen,
have a 2 year old kid instead of a
I
2 year old
do
dog.
know you. I do know you. Kiana talking to her dog right now.
Uh-uh. Excuse me. Come on, let's go inside. You going your
See,
butt inside. Come on. Come on.
we gonna start in a minute. We got three
Come on.
people watching and three thumbs up. Yay! Hey y'all, Lisa Bell's here. Hey Lisa. Hey
I'm back,
girl.
y'all.
Okay,
Hey,
Driven
Lily.
is sharing, and she says she'll be right back real quick.
Thank you. Let's
It's
see. I will hit share. Share. Oh, it'll let me create a post. It's not
I
gonna
ain't
hang
hit
me up.
I ain't hit nothing because if I do, all y'all gonna disappear. Y'all gonna disappear. Hey, Michelle Miller. Lisa Bell said hey. Lisa Bell said hey, Kiki.
I just did it. I shared it as a post.
You
Hi,
know what?
Michelle.
You know what? You be showing off a lot. But I'm just saying.
Listen. All right. Okay. Listen. Listen to me. Listen to the words that are coming out of
Okay,
my
I'm
mouth.
listening. I'm listening.
At the bottom right, it's an arrow. Are you on the phone or
Yes,
are you on a
yes.
laptop? All right.
Girl,
There's
I
an
see.
arrow. You're
Uh-huh.
gonna click that arrow, and I clicked post, and then all I typed in was catch us live and now, like I'm yelling at them, and that was it.
Okay. Okay.
And
Okay,
it's gonna make it
y'all.
look like you're out of the live, but you're actually in the live.
Kiki
I'm
is
talking so proper. Let me stop playing. Yeah, cause like,
Kiki is giving me YouTube 101. I'm writing it down too, y'all.
hmm
Because I don't know nothing about
yep.
this right now. Y'all, okay, we got 10 people watching. Come on, y'all. Let's get those thumbs up. Come on, come
Hello
on,
to
come
the
on.
10 people watching.
Okay,
You over there and
we
there.
got 20
Hi.
people watching now. Three thumbs up. If y'all coming in, give us a thumbs up. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Listen, last week I just decided to come on, just impromptu and started talking about minding your own business. And we were only on for maybe 30 minutes, I think, and we got such an overwhelming response from everybody. And a
Mhm.
couple of ladies even asked me to come back, and maybe it's something we could do maybe once a week or once every other week. And so I had been talking to Kiki. How we started talking was through her challenge, her Where You At challenge. And I just found out that we were from the same place. And I don't know, our spirits just kind of connected. So anyway, I started talking to her. So I asked her to come on this week
Mhm.
so we can all start talking about minding our owned business. Come on, guys. We need some more thumbs up coming in. Okay,
Facts. I see
so
9 people watching and 3 thumbs up. Y'all can do better than that, I'm sure.
we can do better. Come on, we can do better. Go ahead. I also have my friend here with me, Carissa. She's hanging out at the house, and
Carissa, hey.
she's gonna kind of help me moderate this. Hey, JCD Creations.
Hey, ho.
She says hello to everyone. Okay, so getting right into it, we're going to be talking about minding your own business.
Hmm.
And this is Kiki. Y'all all know Kiki from at Kiana's Corner.
Yes.
At Kiana's
Hmm.
Corner. If you have not subscribed to her channel, go ahead and do that. I mean, it's awesome. She kind of brings creativity and fun and kind of blends it together. I absolutely love it.
Oh,
Absolutely
thank
love it.
you.
And well, y'all all know me, Crystal, a basket case. So we're going to just kind of jump right into it. We're going to keep it impromptu, fun, light. I do have a moderator here that's going to help me go through the comments. So if you have questions for Kiana and she's talking, just go ahead and post them, and then we can kind of go back to it. So Kiki, I'm going to turn it over to you. I want you to kind of introduce yourself. Tell us about, a little bit about yourself
Hmm.
to the extent that you're comfortable. Tell us about your channel, and we kind of get into your business, what you do, and kind of your tips and um, tricks or aspirations for your business. So we're going to kind of go from there. So I'm going to turn
Okay.
it over to you.
Now, see, you said as far as I'm comfortable with, we will be talking from here to Timbuktu. Okay.
Okay, we might have to do a part two for your comfort
All right. All
zone.
right. So, for those of you who don't know, I am Kiana Brooks of Kiana's Corner. Originally from New Orleans, Louisiana. Like y'all know, I like to say NOLA. And I'm feeling like I'm really formal right now. And y'all know I don't rock like that. So we're going to start it over. I'm Kiki. Do you love me? I'm from the low. La. Uh, absolutely. What else y'all want to know? Because literally, if you don't ask the questions, I'm just going to talk. Outside of doing baskets, many of you may not know that I'm an implementation specialist, which can also be called an analyst. I really do it all as an implementation specialist. Those EHRs or PMs or those systems your doctors use or the nurses use when you're there, I build them. I actually test them, train them, and I implement them. So that's what I do. I'm a little nerdy, but I have a wild side. Y'all usually see the wild side.
No.
If anybody is on here that know me outside of this, go ahead and get off because I don't like y'all like that. I don't need y'all to know that I act like that.
Listen, let me interrupt you here just for a second. When I
Mhm.
first met Kiana, I talked to her on the phone, and immediately, I knew that she calls it nerdy, but what I got was just really super, super smart. And it's really good when you're intelligent, but you kind of have a fun side, and you can kind of blend that together. And that's absolutely what drew me to you. So we know that in your 9 to 5 world, you are
Mhm.
is it a business analyst, computer
It's a
analyst?
business analyst. Some place they call it implementation. Some say business. Some say computer. But I literally do it all.
Do it all.
I'm
Okay.
running reports. I'm doing all the analytical work for them. I'm doing the build side of it. I'm testing it. I'm training it. And I literally implement it. So I'm doing all of the above. If I don't have a client that I have to build or implement for, then I'm doing analytical work for other clients.
Okay. Okay. Kiki, how did you, well, first of all, because that sounds like a tall order. Like that's
It
a
is.
lot. That's a
It
lot.
is.
How did you um come into your basket making business,
Hmm.
or tell us a little bit about that, because I know for me working in corporate America, it was really difficult to balance the two.
It
um
is.
so and I can't even tell you that I've even mastered it. So tell us a little bit about what drew you to starting your basket business, how you manage the two, because I know you're a mom, I know you're a
Hmm.
wife, you're even
Yes.
a dog mom, you have a
Yes.
9 to 5 job, a
Hmm.
sounds like a pretty powerful one. And then you have all of these people you're trying to manage. And I know analytical work because I'm a financial services rep, so I deal with
Hmm.
people's
That's right.
portfolios. I mean, it's
That's
a
right.
lot. It is a lot. So tell us a little bit about how you got into basket making, how you balance it. Just kind of break it down for us.
So actually, before the basket business, I already had a financial service. So teaching financial literacy, some people hate when I say literacy, but that's what it is. I'm teaching financial literacy, and in doing so, I was also doing tax services. And one day, my daughter was like, I actually did her teacher's taxes, and her teacher husband passed away, and she was like, "Mom, I want to give her a gift, but I don't know what to do." And I was like, I don't know what to do either. So we had gone to like the Dollar Tree, went to Walmart, and I got some things, put some things together in this container that was from Dollar Tree. It was a little heart container because it was Valentine's Day. Put it in there, and I wrapped it in cello. It looked a mess, okay? However, the teacher was like, "Oh my God, I love it." Well, while she was at school, a lot of the kids were like, "Hey, where'd you buy that?" And she's like, why?" And they're saying, "Because I want to buy one for my Valentine." So she texts me and she's like, "Mom, how much would you sell this for?" I say, "Probably like $20, $25, but why would I sell it?" She was like, "I have 8 orders." For what?
Wow. Wow.
So in my mind, I'm thinking she have 8 orders. Cool. On my break, I'll go get the same things from Dollar Tree and Walmart. It'll be ready when you get home. When she made it home, she gave me the paper. "Here you go, mom. Mom, let me go ahead and send the money via Cash App." And she's like, "Those are your orders." Come again, say what? "These are for you. This is for you to do, not for me to do for you." She's like, "But mom, I have to get the practice because it's track season." And she was gone.
Wow. Okay.
I call and I'm like, "Hey, when are these due?" "Oh, mom, can you have them due by tomorrow? Tomorrow's Valentine's." So I did 8. She made it to school that morning. She needed 20 more. And
Wow.
that's how the business started. And from there, I'm like, it was just an outlet. Because I don't know if I've told you, I'm a people's person who don't like people. I like people, but only the people I deal with. And I don't deal with a whole lot of people. So it was an outlet for me to like digress from the 9 to 5, digress from the children and the husband. I love them, but sometimes I just needed to digress. I just needed like my own space and
Yeah.
to digress from the parents that I'm raising. And I did say parents that I'm raising. We go back to raising our parents.
Mhm. Yeah. 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 Okay, so JCD Creations ask, how do you balance work life, home life, and fun time for yourself?
Whew, how do I balance it all? Well, at for work, it's literally scheduling. I built a scheduling system for myself, and it has been working. That's what I use for work. For home, I try to schedule, but that just doesn't work. So it's more prayer than a schedule. Father, guide me through. Father, I need your guidance, like literally, because stuff just come up. And for fun, I try my best to have fun with everything I do. Now, when it comes to the 9 to 5, I always say the career because literally it's the career. When it comes to that, I don't have as much fun with those folks for that.
Right,
But
right.
outside of that, I try to make it all fun, to be honest.
Okay. So for us, the people watching, and even for yourself, you have any goals for expanding your business, for maybe sometimes working yourself out of your corporate job into something else? Um, is it you're just going to keep it as a hobby? Tell where do you see yourself? Where do you think
So
you want to go?
I do have a goal, but I think I really need to take some time to figure out how I'm going to meet that goal. Not sure if you all know, I'm in my late 40s, so I have a long way to go before I hit retirement age. Now, in my mind, I'm retired already, to be honest. My goal for expansion is really to get out there and do what I used to do before. I used to get out and go to churches and teach. our people about financial literacy. I used to teach them how to do their taxes so they wouldn't have to come to me and pay my prices for doing those taxes. And I know it might sound asinine, like, why are you cutting yourself short in your pockets? To me, I don't see myself as cutting myself short. I'm teaching them what wasn't taught to us. Well,
Mhm.
I'm gonna say us because my mother took her time to teach me how to do taxes, teach me how to save, teach me how to do the things that I needed to do to survive and be productive and not have to depend on our counterparts to do so.
Right, right.
And what I was given, I used to assume that others were given the same thing until I made it to, I want to say, my freshman year of college. Fun fact that you didn't know, I attended Southern University at Baton Rouge too.
Shut up. Shut up. I
Yes,
did not know. I ain't telling what year I graduated though. You can tell yours, but I'm not. I'm not.
I just said I'm in my late 40s. Do the math.
Oh man, I did not know that.
Yes, I went there for undergrad, and then for grad, I went to Tulane University. Mhm.
Oh man,
So,
that is awesome.
but when I made it there, I started learning that why are you? I'm 16, you're 19 as a freshman, and you don't know how to do your taxes. Make it make sense. You working two jobs to come in. You can't. You going? They gonna pay you. You paying full what? $400 to get your taxes done. I'll do it to you for $50 right now. And so, in doing so, I was like, let me show you something. I'm doing it for you, but I want to teach you how to do it. So when you no longer have a me, you can do it for yourself. And then I found I was teaching people how to save. Why is it that you have this kind of money and you don't have anything set aside for
Okay.
the quote
Okay.
unquote rainy day? Why are you 23 years old and you're calling your parent to ask your parent to pay your bills, but I know what kind of money you're bringing in? Make it make sense.
Right. Right.
So,
Well, you know, that kind of goes back to that scripture too, about, you feed a man a fish, he'll eat for a day.
eat for a day.
But if you teach him how to
Teach him how
fish,
to fish. He'll eat for a lifetime.
eat for a
Absolutely. And
lifetime.
I'm a firm believer of that. So I used to do that before, and I'm looking forward to doing that again.
That
Once I
is so
retire,
funny.
that's where I see me going. Yes, I'll still do the baskets. However, me personally, I want to teach our people how to literally fish for themselves. Don't
There you
depend
go.
on the next. Let me teach you how to do this.
I'm sitting here listening to you. This is so. I know we joke around, call each other cousins. We from the same place, and I really believe
Yes.
we gonna meet and start talking. We probably, we all kind of intertwined down there in Nolans, but
Hello.
um, that's really kind of even my life has kind of taken that trajectory. Um, I have always I do believe that one of my spiritual gifts is the ability to teach. I
Hmm.
love to teach, but I like to teach from the place where I've learned, because I've been around here a little
That's
bit
right.
longer than you
Then me.
have.
Hmm.
Not meaning that I know more, but it's some of the knowledge that I have gained, some of the mistakes that I've made. I love to teach and tell people. I always tell people my life is kind of like an open book. What you see is kind of what you get.
What you
No
get? Hmm.
surprises here, and I am of the firm belief that in order to have a testimony, you got to kind of go through a test.
Test.
So that's kind of, I talked about it last week about how I started like a really thriving women's ministry for over 15 years. And when I say women's
Hmm.
ministry, I don't mean I don't have a church. I'm not a preacher. I am ordained. I'm an ordained, and I kind of did that. I went back to school, and it was really for knowledge, not for a license or anything, because I ain't in nobody. Yeah, no, I ain't nobody preacher. But anyway, um but through that women's ministry, it kind of spun off into some of the same things that you're talking about.
Hmm.
Financial literacy,
Hmm.
um teaching people simple, balancing a checkbook, having a budget. It was about
Yes.
empowering women, really, is how the whole ministry started. And I've seen so many fruits of God's labor, using me through that. So I understand that passion and that heart, and there's such a need for it,
Yes, it
especially in
is.
this day and age. It's
Absolutely.
such a need for it. So so that is awesome. Let's see. Did you or have you thought about developing a business plan? So like when you work yourself out of your corporate job, like are you just going to ease back into like the church? How are you going to market yourself? I guess is what I'm asking.
That is a good question. I'm just gonna have to hit you up to help me with that part, because to be honest, I haven't thought about the marketing myself and like that transition, right? You know, when you're a little younger, you tend to be like, all right, it ain't time yet. I'm not there, I'm not quite there, but listen, 15, 20 years to be here before I know it. And I definitely need to figure out or call you so you can walk me through like how I could transition. And I wasn't taking no jab. I know you just said you're a little older than me, but I wasn't taking no jab, cousin.
I'm actually a lot
I
older
wasn't
than
taking
you,
no
but
jab. You heard me?
no, that's fine. That's fine. Look, there's one thing a couple of things I don't have problems with, and my age is definitely one of them. Look, I want all that's coming to me right here. I got them kind of covered up a little bit, but it tells a little
Girl,
bit up in there. It
no,
tells a little bit.
I've been having mine since 11,
Uh,
so it
I
is what
am
it
not.
is.
I am not. Quote unquote the standard retirement age yet. Like I'm not
Yeah.
65 and up or whatever, but
Hmm.
I have reached a point in my life where I am working myself now out of corporate America.
Okay.
The company that I work for, the agent I work under, is about to retire. He's up there in his 70 pluses. And I've had opportunities to either take over the agency, start anew, go in and
Hmm.
train other. I don't know. For me, now this is not for everybody because we all on different paths. Okay.
Fact.
Um, but for me, I wanted to take a leap of faith and get and just kind of see, I don't know, God, where is this going to take me? My life, I have always lived my life planned, structured. I'm kind of a structured person.
Yes.
I don't really operate well in chaos. I
Chaos.
really do not.
So
I,
with
I, I
you, you
don't.
either plan or fail or fail or plan.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, that's
type of
how I
thing.
usually operate.
Yeah. So this is big for me. Just kind of take this leap of faith because I don't know what waits out there. But in my heart, I keep feeling like, you know what? If I don't try, I won't know. So in just a few weeks, I'm going to be retiring from corporate America. Um, yes, yes, I have.
No.
Yes, I have been doing this job since my freshman year. No, I had already graduated from I've been doing this job for a long time. It's been many, many years. So I'm gonna try something new. Basket making for me came through the women's ministry because I used to do all of that stuff for
Hmm.
them and basically give it away. And then people started asking me to do things. And I'm a very creative person. I always say, when my hands are busy, my mind is
Hmm.
free. My mind is free. I love that creative thing. I'm always willing to kind of try something new.
Right.
So
But
we're just going to,
plans. But
yes,
plans.
but planned, but
Hmm.
planned. So basket making right now is kind of fun for me. It is a release.
Yes.
I didn't know that I would be as successful in it as I am. Not that I'm
Right.
just like blowing up all over the place, but in this small community type of thing.
Let's take a step back for a second. You say it's not like I'm blowing up. Yeah, you. I'm blowing up all over the place. You gonna speak that thing as it is. So
Speak
I'm
it.
blowing
Speak it.
up.
I'm speaking it.
I am blowing it up. Yes. I'm a speaking it to you. You're blowing
Yes.
up. Pow, pow,
Yes.
pow, pow, pow. You just
Yes.
blew up. Yes, ma'am.
I
Mm-mm.
I do like you though want to get back into the because I used to also go in churches and teach about mainly my vein was like life insurance, you
Mm-hmm.
know, creating
Yes.
legacy, but not to veer too much off into that because most of the people I think on the live are the basket makers or in the basket maker community. If
They
any
are, but many of them have careers that are outside
Right,
of the basket community.
right.
So,
So if you guys that are on the live, we have 19 on with us. Um,
hmm,
just pop in the comments and let us know, your careers, if basket making is your career or your job, or if you have a career in basket makers kind of like your little side hustle or something like that. Just kind of pop in and let us know, because what we're talking about right now is not only basket makers, we're talking about all kinds of things. I see the crafty cactus Machanta. Hey, Machanta says she's a social
she's a
worker.
social worker. Oh, girl, I
um
needed you like a week ago, but I hit my good cousin up and she was like, woo woo, woo 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 woo. And I was like, good.
wow.
Because I'm telling y'all, it's hard raising these grown parents. And I mean grown. I mean like 80-year-old grown that don't want to listen to no dag nabbit body.
Right, right. Listen, there's some trolls in there, and y'all just ignore those
Yeah,
comments. We don't look, trolls help the algorithm, so they really don't bother me. JCD Creations says we still want to know,
still want
Crystal.
to know, Crystal.
I'm
Hmm.
sorry, I don't know what we want to know. I'm
No, she's saying that she still want to know like where you were veering off to, and then you came back and was like,
oh,
it's
oh,
mostly basket makers.
oh yeah. I
Yeah,
kind of just didn't want to make this all about me because kind of last week I went into a little bit about me. But let's just put it
let's
like
see.
this: we're just gonna see
Driven
what.
said 911 dispatcher in Air Force. Lisa, state employee as a contract manager.
Oh wow,
Hmm.
okay, man, we have some talent in here.
Absolutely.
We have some talent in here. So y'all, that's on the live with us is basket make. Are you guys basket makers? Because I know we have some. I mean, we have people from all over doing all kinds of things. Um, let me just say, I got introduced to this community through basket making. So
Hmm.
this is not all about basket making. That's just how I kind of came to meet most of you guys. So,
So did
like
I. Hmm.
right. So this is not all about, just basket making. Let's see, JCD Creations, we want to know everything you know and want to share. Speak on what God in your heart wants you to speak on. Oh, that's so sweet, JCD Creations. Lisa Bell says, yes, all occasions gift designer as well as wreaths and mums. Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. Yes,
That's
I
great.
second hope.
Okay. They say they want to know more. Driven is saying she's second hope. I'm a basket designer and a jack of all trades. Awesome.
Well, Kiki, I
Yes,
invited
ma'am.
you to give us some wisdom. Give us some wisdom. I want to hear from you guys. This is not all about me. This is about us. What I would like to do before I turn this back over to Kiki is, if any of you guys out there that's tuning in with us, if you have something you want to share, if you guys would just hit me up in the comments so I could reach out to you. And I'd like to do this. I don't know if y'all want to do it once a week or once a month or once every other week. Just kind of give me some feedback because I think there is power in learning from each other. You know, nobody knows
Hmm.
everything.
Right.
So we can all learn and draw from each other. But for right now, Kiki, tell us a little bit more about um you, and what are some of the things you like to do, hobbies. Just give us a little bit more feedback about you, and what you think maybe business models should look like, to help some of us in the comments.
Okay, a little more about me. My initial majors were music and biological science.
Whoa.
I'm a vocalist. Prior to
Whoa.
2 years ago, sitting my tail down, I used to sing background for many artists and open shows for many artists as well. In fact, it was actually the MS that set me down, not me setting me down. So I also have multiple sclerosis, which affects me in a great way. I usually don't say anything about it, but it does. However, I'm a trooper.
Wow.
Like literally, I'm a trooper. You know where we're from, NOLA. We
Man.
don't stop. We keep pushing. We push forward, and that's what I continue to do. Even when I'm down, y'all wouldn't know that a sister hurting right now, but I keep pushing. In
Wow.
my mind, I can't stop. Can't stop.
Nope.
Won't stop.
Nope. Nope. We talked about that
Outside of
earlier.
the singing, being into biological science, which I later changed because life started lifing. Um, Majored in information technology, specialized in business analytical work. Also have a degree in liberal arts, so I can teach. However, the kids, you know, even when you say the word kids, like saying Mufasa,
Hey, hey, I
and
got a question.
yeah,
I got a question.
go
So
ahead.
tell us a little bit about your singing, because now I'm intrigued, because I can't sing at all. At all. Like, not
Well,
even. So
she
tell
talking
us.
to you. She talking to you.
So
Hmm.
tell us a little bit about that. I'm interested in that. How did is it did is that I was raised in church type thing singing, or
You
you
know that's
just
I was raised in church type. You
well,
know that.
I know, because I know where we from. But
You
tell us a
couldn't go to
little.
church with Big Mama and not be in the daggone choir. Look, you
No,
know we
we
don't say choir, choir,
choir, the
choir.
choir.
You can't be in the choir. You can't go to church with Big Mama. Big Mama had you at church for everything. And like we say, Mama, Mama had you at church
Momo.
for everything. You would
That's
at
right.
6 o'clock
That's right.
for Bible study. You went from Bible study to the church to church, and you went from church and you ate dinner with everybody, and you went back to church. So it started in the church. It started in the church, in the choir, in the children's choir, and then from there I attended John McDonough Senior High, and uh, at John Mac, of course, we had Mr. Miles, Mr. Raymond Anthony Miles. He was over the choir there, and he also had his own choir, his professional choir. So I also sung with Raymond Miles and the Rams, and I sung in the choir there. And with my church, my parents, and Raymond pushing me, that's how I got in the arena of singing background or opening shows for people.
Awesome. Wow. Wow. That's pretty cool. Hey, let me ask you a question. Something just, I don't know. Okay, that's my brain going off into left field. Did you
You
go to
good?
the Ebony Fashion Fair?
No, I did not go to Ebony Fashion Fair.
You didn't go? Okay.
Mm-mm.
Okay. I
Why?
don't
What
know.
happened? Well, I need to be there. I need to be in
No,
the building.
I was just trying to I was just trying to figure out what was going on, because there was some drama going on at the fashion fair. But we ain't gonna get into that. We get into that another time. But
Oh, glad you
anyway,
had to see that
any
tea, honey.
any any more tips, or hey, any if you guys have any questions for us, or for Kiki, go ahead and drop those in the comments. I'm just
Here
gonna
is something
read.
I wanted to say to
Go
you.
ahead, go ahead.
And in a normal case, I call, I say it personally. However, you said you don't know if that's something you should be doing. I'm gonna ask you this question: does your head and your heart is it aligned?
Oh yeah, most
That's it. Then,
definitely.
if your head and
Most
heart in it, that's it.
most
Let the spirit
most
lead you and guide you.
Most definitely. I really I am a praying woman. I'm a praying woman. I know I clown a lot, do a lot of things, but I am really a woman of faith. Um I honestly have to depend on my Lord and Savior to direct me in everything that I do. Cause left to my own devices, that won't be a good thing. Cause trust me, left to my own devices, that could be really, really bad. Um, by no means perfect. By no means absolutely. In fact, I fail daily. I fail
That's
daily,
right.
but I repent a lot and I try to learn from my mistakes. Hold on one second, Kiki. Lisa Belso
Absolutely.
says, when are we going to hear the true pronunciation of the street names?
Oh, them
Lisa, let
streets
me
where
tell
you
you,
hold up, Lisa. Look, yesterday, girl, cousin. Remember we was going uptown? Cousin, remember that we was going uptown to the parade?
we
You remember
was.
that, right? We was going to Chapatula Street, wasn't we? Then we go to Chapatula for the parade. Chapatula's a magazine.
Hey, don't be giving away the names of the streets. You still
They
got that
only
challenge
they
going
only
on.
got one. They only got one. No, the challenge is over. I have to go back and watch two of them, and then I'm gonna do a review of those two, and then we're gonna go ahead and drop the street names. But look, like we was on Chapatoulas, right? Chapatoulas the magazine waiting for the parade. Yeah. That's all they got was one. Now y'all figure out which one you just received because I won't be saying it again. Oh,
Let's see. Somebody says Miss No Name. Sorry, I'm just joining. I love this. Two NOLA girls joining together to support one another. You know that. You know how
absolutely.
we do this thing. You know how we do this thing. We got to support each other. In fact, I told Kiki today we were just talking, and I was saying, how we rock. And we got to keep pushing because she was talking about pushing on through whatever she's going through, and me just pushing on. I say, you know what, we have to keep pushing because we've learned that nobody is going to come to rescue us. Okay,
Nobody.
we got to kind of hold up each other. We got to hold up each other. So let's see what else we got going on here. Driven said, okay, I'm behind a little bit.
Yes, Raymond
Let's
Miles Gospel
see.
Choir, absolutely.
Welcome to
Miss
the
No
fire.
Name, do you know about him? Do you know about that choir? Were you a part of that choir? And if you were, drop your real name, please and thank you.
Is Miss
Now
No Name
look,
from New Orleans? Did
she
she
said,
say
yes,
she?
I'm Nola Bread too. All
Uh
right, baby.
oh. Oh. Okay. I must have
Yes,
missed that.
Nola for the win. Cousin, you asked me about if I had any nuggets I could drop.
Please do. Please,
The
please.
biggest one I have is always advocate for you. Always be your biggest cheerleader
Yep.
and never talk against yourself. Because, see, oftentimes we as people do that, right? I can't. I could never. Yes, the hell you can. You look yourself in that mirror every day and say, listen, I'm going to just speak for myself. I look myself in the mirror every day. When doubts start coming in, telling me that I cannot, I say, Key, you better get your ish together, girl. Yes, you can. You can start that new business. You already know what you have to do. The first thing you need to do is determine if you want it to be a legal business. If you do, let's go ahead and get that LLC. Get your pens and paper. I'm dropping something. Let's go ahead and get that LLC, Mom. You know what you're supposed to do. You know you need to research if your city requires you to have license in that city. You know you need to do that, basket makers. Speaking of y'all, wave it up, way in the back. And for you other ones that have businesses that's coming up talking about I have a business, but you're not a legal business. Come again, say what? What are you then?
Right. That's right. That's right. You
What
know
are
what? Let
you?
me
And
tell you.
go ahead.
All things are possible.
Facts.
I am. I don't know about anybody else. I do not, and I just told somebody this the other day. I do not like people to tell me what I can't do because see, that's just gonna make me want to do it even more. Years ago, I needed. I have a nonprofit, um, and for the ministry. I learned that I wanted to be or needed to be a nonprofit organization so it could open up more doors and
Doors.
opportunities
Hmm.
for the ministry. I researched and I didn't know anything about a nonprofit, but I did some research and I found these companies that would do the paperwork for you to be a nonprofit, but it was
Hmm.
so expensive. The ministry was just starting and I needed to be a nonprofit. Let me tell you, people kept telling me, oh, it's so hard. It takes so much time. And because people will get in your ear, and let me tell you, you'll start putting up roadblocks before you even know it. And I
But
said,
that's
wait a
because people
minute.
don't want to see you win.
Okay. And just because it was hard for them doesn't mean it's going to be
Doesn't mean
hard
it's
for
hard for
you.
you. That's correct.
Let me tell you, girl did. I mean, I got on this here trusty iPad, computer,
Hmm.
library, books. I'll never forget my kitchen table was covered with literature. Okay. I researched that thing. I mean, I'm on IRS websites. I'm all over.
Hmm.
I'm calling people. I'm asking questions. I did the paperwork for my nonprofit over 15 years ago. Um, Paperwork came back to me in less than 6 weeks. I have been a
Hmm.
nonprofit organization since that time. Now, that's not like bragging or anything. That's just saying don't limit, just like you said, don't put limitations on yourself. Don't let other people get in your ear and tell you what you can't do. All your basket makers, your sign makers, your
Hmm.
bakers out there, even if you just are doing something in your own job and your 9 to 5 job and you want to see yourself climb the ladder, don't let people stop you. Keep trying.
Right.
A no today is not a no always.
That's correct.
So in fact, it's the no's that you need to use as fuel to push you forward in
That's correct.
anything that you do. In anything that you do. Miss No Name, I've been silently learning from this basket community for almost a year now. Awesome. I've been inspired to start my own basket business that I'm just starting. Divine Gifts to Go. Awesome.
Well, all
Miss
praise to the Most High.
Miss No Name, drop your do you have, if you have a YouTube channel, drop it in the comments and we'll go ahead and subscribe to it and subscribe to your channel, and because we like to support each other. We like to
That's
support
right.
each other. So if you have a YouTube or a Instagram or something, just drop it down there in the comments. Um let's see. Driven, I was trying to
Maybe
change my LLC. Okay, Driven says she was trying to change her LLC to a nonprofit. Kiki, you know anything about that?
changing it from an LLC to a nonprofit. No, I do not know about that. However, I will look it up. I know exactly where Driven is. I'll look it up for your city and I'll send you the information, Driven.
Oh, that would be, that's awesome.
Hmm.
Now, another thing, I have a nonprofit, and it's where we were thriving really and rocking really good for many, many years, and then COVID hit. And then that just kind of turned the world upside down. Of course, everybody knows that. But now that I'm working myself out of this corporate thing, I think for right now, I don't know what I'm going to do, or if I'm deciding to go back into corporate. I'm just going to take a little breather and then God's going to help
Hmm.
me figure that out. But I'm going to start up the ministry again. And Vibe Women is
Okay.
called Vibe Women's Ministry. It is not a church. In fact, I prefer dealing with the unchurched because a lot of our women were the unchurched women. Um, Now we ain't gonna
So,
put out the church women now, but it's not
excuse
a
me for a
church.
moment. Just a moment. Why do we say it's not in the church? I mean, we don't have to be in the church to be the church because we are the church. We the people
Correct.
are the church.
Correct. Correct. A lot of us don't a lot of us don't really know that, that we are the church. A lot of us have that church mentality, like you got to fit into this certain mold, you know.
Tradition.
traditional,
Tradition. Tradition of
traditions,
man.
traditions, right? Which for me had went out the window, years ago. No offense to the church, no offense to the
No offense to
unchurched,
anybody.
no offense to
Hmm.
anybody. This is a personal thing. All I'm saying is that our ministry was open to women of all walks of
Oh.
life, all walks of life. Um, and Vibe came about, it was about vision, um, and not only looking about where you are, but where you could be. What is
Hmm.
God's plan for your life? See, that's the thing, because my mind is finite,
Hmm.
where God is infinite, you know. And like
That's right.
Kiki said, if you believe in yourself and be your own cheerleader, there is no stopping us, no stopping us at all. Okay,
That's where the plan starts. When you asked about plan earlier, now the transitional plan, I haven't even got there yet, to be honest. However, the plan for my business always start with the Most High,
always.
because I know what my plans are, but it usually don't go that way. So until he say put pen to pad and
Right,
write it down and make it plain,
right,
I
right.
just can't. Because if I put pen to pad, I'm gonna say I want 10K in 2 days.
You have not because you asked not. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not doing nothing to get it.
Well, yeah, well, you got to work. You got to
Hey,
put the work in.
hey,
You got to
I
put the
have the
work in.
faith, but you have to put the work in.
You got to put
Like,
the work in.
faith without work is dead. So if it's just me, y'all know I will
Right.
write in and everything down. But then if I'm not working to obtain
Exactly.
or to get, it's not gonna happen.
Exactly.
It's not
Exactly.
gonna happen.
Absolutely right. Driven says speak on the nonprofit. I don't know, Driven, it's kind of what you want to know about the nonprofit. Uh, I mean, what do you mean? Like, how did I get it started? What motivated me to get started? What is the nonprofit? I think I said it was the women's ministry. If you could just define that for me, be just a little bit more specific. I'll be happy to tell whatever it is. I know. I also have an LLC. My
Mhm.
daughters and I have a event planning business, and it's called
Mhm.
Adiva and Her Daughters. And that was something fun that we came up with. Just I have two girls, only two children, and it was something that we created to do together.
Mhm.
Just me and the girls, and it was something fun. I have one daughter who is very, very creative. The other one, not so much. She's smart in other ways. She has talents in other ways, but um we just tried to find something that we could do together and make it work. Now we hit a lot of road bumps because they are very much like their mom, and we are very, very strong-willed, all of us, and
Mhm.
we have our
Mhm.
own ideas and our own ideals. But somehow or another, when we get together, it all works. We just
Awesome.
did, as some of you might have seen, we just did a college decision party for my granddaughter, and that's why we've just been so busy. So we do certain events in our area, so we just created an LLC, and
Mhm.
so that's another little side business. I pretty much let them handle that, and I just kind of step in when needed, because
As
like I
needed.
said,
Yes.
with my 9 to 5 job, it's kind of hard, to do a whole lot of those things. So that's just a little bit about me. And
Maybe one day my broke best friend will get on board. My
that
broke
would be
best friend is
your
my 18-year-old daughter
that's
who's about to leave for college.
I kind of knew that's where you was going, but I wasn't gonna say it. But
Yes.
it's fun. It's a challenge. I love outlets where I can meet new people, That's why I love
Yep.
street selling so much. I love to take my baskets to the streets. I absolutely love it. I mean, making the sale is great.
It's
It's a
good, but the
vibe.
people.
But the
Hmm.
people, the ministry that happens on the street. I mean, you meet people from all walks of life. Everybody's got a story. Everybody has a
Yes, good,
story.
bad, and the ugly.
Yes. And you know what?
Absolutely.
At its core, and I think most of us could agree with this, most people just want to be heard. They just want somebody to listen
Exactly.
and I mean actually listen to them.
Listen.
You
Hmm.
know, um so when I say, I see you, I really do. I really do. And that's something I think that my age has taught me. Not so much with this, but with
Hmm.
these.
Hmm.
So let me just, Kiki, read just a couple of more. Let's see. It looks like Miss No Name. Okay, yeah, okay. Carissa, where am I on the comments? I know I'm way down. Let's see. Julie just started. I don't have any. Okay, Miss No Name says she doesn't have any pages yet. She's been doing it hobby free for years. It's now a side
Hmm.
hustle evolving into a business. Great, Miss No Name. That's kind of where I started.
Hmm.
We just kind of stumble into these things. Crafty Cactus, that's Machanta, says she manages her daughter's nonprofit.
Daughter's
Girl,
nonprofit.
well, shoot,
And slowed our
Machanta.
progress. We are basically starting back over.
Awesome, awesome. So maybe
Keep
Driven
pushing.
completely understand that Renee. Driven says she completely understands that Renee. So what did Renee say, guys? I'm missing something.
Let's see. Renee, I'm going to scroll up. Let's see what she said.
Artist Dudley, you know what? I mean, I know you're a troll dude. Nobody's paying attention to you. You could really just kind of go away. But if you want to hang in there, at
I have
least hit
said
the
so
thumbs
many
up
things to
button.
that joker, so many things in my head. See, I am so proud of myself because my mouth used to overload my tail and get me in some trouble. I have told that joker so many things. I made up so many words. I'm telling you, I say feel for him, feel to that joker and everything. I'm
Look,
telling you.
look, what would this world be without haters? You know what? If you're in here and you don't have anything good to say, just go ahead and hit the thumbs up button because we need you in here for the algorithm. So we just gonna scroll past
Granny used to
anybody
say,
we
don't
know.
say anything at all if you
Okay,
have nothing good to say.
okay.
Girl, you done press your
Um,
green screen. What's going
oh, I
on?
did, girl. Let me tell you. Oh
Yeah.
Lord. Well, how did I do that, girl? What did I do? Oh, my green screen, right? Oh,
Cousin, she needs your help.
it,
She needs your help, cousin.
right there. No. There we
There
go.
you are.
Thank you. All right. All right, guys. We ain't gonna pay attention no more to the trolls. Listen, how long have we been on here now?
It
About
says 52
52
minutes.
minutes, 52 minutes.
Mhm.
Wow. I only expected this to last, maybe 30, 40 minutes.
I told you,
Listen,
girl, I talk too much. I know.
Kiki, do you have anything else you kind of want to leave us with?
I have a lot I want to leave y'all with, but I took my medicine today, so I can't.
That's fine. That is fine.
I
Listen.
do.
Okay, go
What I
ahead.
want to say is stay unapologetically you. That's the real.
That
Look,
is
I know we
awesome.
oftentimes we have to put on a facade for these jobs, but you can still remain yourself on the job. It's not what you say, but how you say it. I can cuss
Awesome.
you out, and you be okay with it with me talking to you like this, as opposed to me yelling and screaming at you saying the same exact thing. I
So
can tell
true.
you no. I can tell you no. No is a complete sentence as long as I tell it to you this way. No, you accept it.
Right.
So be true to yourself, and it's not what you say, but how you say it.
Awesome.
Now, y'all not gonna get this from me later. Just know.
You said that just not
Uh-uh,
not nada.
mm-mm. Not gonna get this from me later.
Well, listen, if anybody's on here and they haven't subscribed to at Kiana's Corner, please go ahead and do so. Kiki, if you could just maybe
Yes,
put
ma'am.
it down there in the comments.
Let's see.
And if there's anybody on here that would be interested, a couple of people said that they want to try to do
It's
this
not
once a week.
letting me comment.
It's not okay.
No,
That's
ma'am.
fine. I'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and drop it in there.
Okay.
Crystal, can you do it? It's just at the at sign Kiana, Kionna,
One in.
one N.
Hmm.
Kiana's with an S key
With an S. Kiana's
corner.
corner.
Great.
I didn't say that right. That was real proper. Corner.
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 The corner, like the corner stove. We're going to the corner stove.
To the corner store.
That's
Cousin,
what I'm
I'm going to
saying.
make groceries at the corner store. You want something?
Listen, y'all
You want a
stay
coat?
stay tuned because Kiki is going to hopefully next week give us the correct pronunciations of those streets from Nolans. And so we all need to be kind of tuned in. I absolutely loved that challenge. But before I go, or before we go, because I really only want to be on here 30 minutes, but if any of you guys would be interested in maybe coming on and hosting with me next week, if you want to do this, send me some comments and let me know. If not, I'll be reaching out to you all, Driven. Did I just say that? I did. Oh shoot.
Yeah, you
Anyway,
did, driven. So,
so listen, let me just leave you with this.
Lisa.
This is a quote that I ran across from Oprah Winfrey, actually. And it says, I've come to believe that each of us has a personal calling that's as unique as the fingerprints that you have. And that the best way to succeed is to discover what you love and then find a way to offer it to others in forms of service, working hard, and allowing the energy of the universe to lead you. And that is a quote from Oprah Winfrey. I thought that was just absolutely profound.
Good
Um,
quote.
yes. Listen, thank you all so much for coming on the live and sticking and staying with us. Keith, you know I love you.
Merci beaucoup.
We are merci beaucoup. You know that's funny. We were talking about that last night. With some friends of ours. Merci beaucoup. And thank you guys for joining in with minding your own business. And until next week, we're gonna say bye for now. Thanks, Kiki. Love you,
Thank
sis.
you.
Bye
Love you
bye.
too.